Hey everybody, it's Helen Birch here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be talking about sexual pleasure and what sexual pleasure is. So sexual pleasure is arousal, eroticism, sensuality and desire all coming together to magnificently produce sexual pleasure. It's the gratification, delight, and physical and or psychological fulfillment that comes from private or partnered sensual encounters. The five senses, memories, past experiences, dreams, desires, and thoughts are all included in these experiences. Intoxicating stuff, sexual pleasure, is an experience of the mind and body. We open ourselves up to a wide range of sensually thrilling experiences when we allow ourselves to enjoy and to have sexual pleasure. Adventures and experiences can create a joyful connection to ourselves and others as you connect the body and the mind. So we employ an overwhelming amount of terms to characterize our mental and physical responses to sexual arousal. This includes excitement, attraction, libido, sex drive, horniness, wetness, being turned on, being in the mood, desiring, having desire, lust, and sensuality. We frequently use these terms interchangeably and without giving them much attention, but they have different meanings, and knowing the differences is crucial if you want to improve your understanding of your sexual enjoyment and what drives you. Confusing terminology can result in unintended conflicting messages, a breakdown in our ability to communicate with one another and ourselves, and negative feelings towards our sexual enjoyment and ourselves. So first of all, what is sexual arousal? So other terms for sexual arousal include being turned on or having sexual enthusiasm, being horny, and it refers to the physiological alterations that take place when your body receives signals from the brain indicating that it is time for pleasure and sexual activity. An engorged vulva or clitoris, erect nipples, vaginal lubrication, hard penis are all possible side effects. Your heart rate may increase, you may have flushing in your cheeks or in your upper chest, and you may tremble or shiver. You could also sigh and make various sounds. And although it's common to hear the term turned on, being sexually stimulated isn't like flipping a switch in your body. The process of arousal is gradual. So the way the media, particularly porn, portrays the process of arousal, everyone would think that especially women can go from having nothing at all to having violent, hard, extreme orgasms in a matter of minutes. However, this is fiction and has little to do with actual sexual desire, just like any movie. The seeds of arousal can be sowed long before any sexual action occurs because it's a progressive process. Every event can take a varied amount of time based on a number of factors, including your age, for women, where they are in your monthly cycle, whether you are alone or with someone else, the conditions of your surroundings, your life's events, how your day's been going, and also any medication that you may be taking. So involuntary sexual arousal occurs when something triggers sexual arousal, and sometimes this can be through a non-sexual stimuli. It might come suddenly, seemingly without cause, or it could be as a result of something that you were thinking about or witnessed. Interestingly, it can also work the other way. You can be masturbating or engaging in sexual activity fully, cheerfully, and voluntary, but your body appears to be asleep. It isn't really responding, even when you are clearly aroused. And this is actually quite typical. It is common and it can be very irritating, but if you are patient and allow yourself to feel, your body will ultimately awaken, and this kind of episode will pass even within a current sexual activity. So, intimate and sexual wants are one's motivational force or state of sexual desire. So, it encourages interest in sexual activities, pleasure from sex and sexual objects, either internal or external triggers, such as ideas and fantasies that make one want to have sex and can cause this wish or desire. So, many terms are used to describe sexual desire, such as libido, horniness, or sex drive. And our levels of desire are highly variable and influenced by a range of variables, including hormone levels, things such as work related stress, and everything kind of in between. So, there are two types of sexual desire: there is responsive and spontaneous. And we can experience responsive or spontaneous sexual desire. The majority of people I work with anticipate that their desire will be impulsive and that even in the absence of sexual stimuli, they will suddenly feel the need for sex, and that this craving will intensify over time if there hasn't been any sexual release. Rather than being a reaction to something or someone, spontaneous desire is a state of being. We are more likely to experience responsive sexual desire even though we anticipate that our desire will or should be spontaneous. When the urge to have sex is sparked by any type of mental or physical stimulation, it is referred to as a responsive desire. Even though they may not feel like it, a person might find that they are reacting to a touch, a thought, a memory, or something they are viewing. Libido is vital. So the best way to conceptualize desire and libido, in my opinion, is kind of as a life force that is multifaceted, influenced by a variety of factors, and encompasses all forms of pleasure, not just sexual pleasure. And this life force is what propels us forward and encourages us to make the most of every sense in life. Every day, our libido or life force is constantly changing, and certain things fuel it and others drain it. Libido is influenced by our hopes, fears, beliefs, energy levels, past and present experiences. And individuals who have experienced libido loss are rarely content. We become disinterested and unmotivated in many aspects of our lives, and we lose our life force. So, individuals who lack libido frequently experience high anxiety, low confidence, and low self esteem. Our vitality, overall happiness, and desire for life are all dependent upon our life force and everything it entails. It's also necessary for us to be able to enjoy sexual pleasure. It takes work to discover and hold on to our life force. We must live sensually and fully, and we must never give up. It is just as vital to our overall health as balanced diet and regular exercise. In order to replenish your life force, you must never stop acting and seeking it out. If not, your life force will disappear. So, eroticism. A crucial component of our sexual pleasure is eroticism. It is the sensual and sexual world that exists inside each of us. Our desires, inclinations, fantasies, and ideas that fuel our erotica. Eroticism serves to sedate our cravings, needs, and that need for human connection. Beyond the yearning for actual physical act of sex, eroticism is far more expansive. It's not just doing something to you, it's a place you go inside yourself, with someone else, or with yourself. And our life force is fundamentally erotically charged. Finding, comprehending, and owning your sexual pleasure depends on you accepting your own eroticism. Okay, so sensuality. Being sensual means being aware of your senses, being in the moment, and being conscious of how you perceive, feel, and take in your surroundings. In addition to our five senses, taste, touch, sight, sound, and smell, we also have conceptual thought, or the ability to think. And humans, especially female humans, are very conceptual thinking creatures. In order to fully embrace our sexual pleasure, we must be attuned to and connected to all of our senses. Sensuality is not always going alongside sex or sexuality. Being sensual is both an attitude and just a way of being, and the world becomes more vibrant, and we are able to live a life more sensual, more in the moment, if we navigate through our lives with an awareness of our sensuality. So, if you would like to get in touch with your own sexual pleasure, then I offer free consultations where we can discuss any issues in this video or any other issues around sexual pleasure and sexual dysfunction. And I will leave the link for that consultation in the description box below. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it useful. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you do. I also have lots and lots of other videos on various subjects, so please give them a watch. And thank you very much for watching, and bye bye for now.